This was a terrifying scene unfolding at 10,000 meters in the air. On June 21st, 2023, two large passenger planes, each filled with travelers, suddenly collided head-on. The impact was catastrophic. One aircraft disintegrated instantly, its wreckage plunging toward the Earth before erupting into flames. The other plane was left critically damaged. Its right engine exploded in a violent blast, throwing the fuselage off balance and sending it into a deadly descent. In those split seconds, panic gripped the cockpit. But the captain, though shaken, drew on his training. Forcing himself to remain calm, he clutched the controls, fighting to steady the crippled aircraft and turn it toward the nearest airport for an emergency landing. Then, disaster struck again. The left engine erupted with a thunderous explosion that reverberated through the cabin, rattling the crew and passengers to their core. Despite the chaos, the captain pressed on, eyes locked on the distant airport. On the ground, rescue teams were already mobilizing. Fire trucks, ambulances, and emergency crews raced to prepare for the worst. Minutes dragged like hours until the runway finally came into view. The aircraft was battered, unbalanced, and perilously close to collapse. With nerves of steel, the captain guided it down, forcing a landing with every ounce of skill he possessed. The plane touched the runway hard, skidding at immense speed. Inside the cabin, passengers screamed, their bodies shaken violently by the turbulence. Sweat poured down faces as fear filled the air. The captain engaged the emergency brakes, his heart pounding as the massive machine screeched and slid forward for thousands of meters. Then, silence. The aircraft came to a complete stop. Rescue crews swarmed the scene, rushing to evacuate the passengers. Miraculously, everyone had survived. What could have ended an unimaginable tragedy became a story of survival, thanks to a captain's unshakable resolve. See you next time.